All right, welcome to a couple of cold ones with Corey and Leon again.
Well, it's funny to me because this is called a couple of cold ones with Corey and Carlisle, and then in little fine print, and bonus Leon. Because I couldn't even find it, the last one at first.
I'll put it up there where
No.
are.
I just at first I was like, I was looking for my name. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, like when it said bonus Leon, I thought, you must put a snippet of it on here.
I mean, I just put, when I said bonus, I put because I already done 2 of them that day. And these 2 were like the 3rd and 4th. So I was letting people know that they had an extra one that I went out the way for them.
Oh.
I'm here for you.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, now look at you get all mad. Like, nobody knew I was there. Put my name in fine print. Look at
No, actually I got a lot of compliments on it.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Tell you what, the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to make a big marquee with Leon.
Thank you.
And Corey. Put a big afro on the marquee so everybody knows your trademark. Your trademark. So let's go ahead and get into the top 5 here. What we got this week.
About the movies that came out this week?
The movies that came out this week. And
All
I think that you already know that it's some bullshit. Well, it ain't no bullshit. It's just our opinions.
Well, I mean,
we knew what it was going to be like. But I'll start.
Okay.
Because I don't want to ruin anything yet.
Well, all I'm going to say is we're in a season of bullshit right now where the top 5 can only be bullshit movies.
Well, maybe I'm going too far here because at number 5, we do have The Bank Job.
Okay.
Which
that's good.
Yeah, no, that's I believe that's a British import.
Right.
I don't think that that's even an American film.
Wow, that's amazing that hit the top 5.
Unless it's by an American director and it just happens to take place in London. I'm not sure. It's somebody telling me. I haven't done my research on that too much. I just know it's number 5. We saw it and I really liked that movie a lot. It was a good caper film.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, with my boy Jason Statham.
Why all y'all so gay for Jason Statham?
Because he's good, and I'm just happy to see him do something besides hanging out with Jet Li and making some stupid ass action flick. I mean, he's the white Wesley Snipes.
I was just gonna say that. That's exactly what I was about to say because he wants to be the British Sylvester Stallone, but he's the white Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is a great actor, had everything going for him, and this Negro want to go out and explode shit and beat up people. And it's like, just act, man. Quit fucking around and quit acting.
On that front, Wesley Snipes started out as a good actor who just became, a direct-to-video action drone. Whereas Jason Statham started out as a male model. So any good acting he does is a plus.
Was Jason Statham a male model?
Yeah. He was another Zoolander.
Jesus, what did that son of a bitch not do? I know they say he was a professional swimmer and.
Yeah, and karate guy.
Yeah, karate champion. I think he might have been like a world-class chef or something. I don't know.
He was a spy.
Yeah, he's got the high score in Donkey Kong. So yeah, he's good, great actor, man. I think he has great potential. I haven't seen him do anything that's off the charts yet, but he just has the potential, I think, and that's why I'm glad to see him do something like this. So okay, moving on to number 4, we have now we're moving on to the bullshit.
Okay, good.
We got Semi-Pro.
Okay,
which a lot of people say this movie bombed, but it's still in the top 5.
Yeah. It's one of these where it's like it tanked. It was number 1. But they say it only made $15 million. You give me $15 million, you ain't gonna hit a word.
Exactly.
Only.
You talking about some broke brothers up here. I mean, if a movie make $5, I'm just, yeah, that's $5 more than I got in my pocket right now. Damn, that's a jumbo jack and some fries and a soda.
Well, I tell you, it wasn't enough of a bomb for Will Ferrell to stop making these goddamn movies over and over again.
I know. Yeah, and it ain't gonna stop. He's talking about, I'm thinking about getting more serious now. Fuck, no, you're not. The next one, the only difference is he's not gonna make a rated R. Ooh, the cord is, god damn it, man, the cord is messing up right here. I'm talking about using some ghetto ass equipment, boy. My cord is getting frailed now. So it sounds like we're kind of going in and out.
Well, a cord is like $2, isn't it?
What did I just say about the $5? I spent my $2 on a jumbo jack today. I couldn't even get some fries, So yeah, I might have to, at some point, maybe I'll have to stop things and get another cord out that I have over here. But for right now, I think we're all right. Yeah, no, Will Ferrell, man, the only difference is the next one is going to be PG-13 instead of rated R because that's what everybody says that's the reason why this one kind of stumbled.
Oh, is that the reason?
That's one of the reasons they say. And I have a tendency to agree with them because we all see these movies. The classic example now is Meet the Spartans. If it had been PG-13, it would have made more money because more people would have been able to go see it.
Well, that's true because these movies are written to 8th graders, so you don't want to like block your core audience.
Yeah, no, of course. And when I saw it was rated
Oh,
R.
no, I'm sorry. I said 8th graders. I meant 8-year-olds.
Oh, what's the difference at some point? You know what I mean? They're all retarded as hell. Shit. What do we have here now? We got.
What's number 3?
Number 3 is Vantage Point, a movie that you liked, but
I did.
I didn't too much. It's not that I didn't like it. I just thought it was funny for all the wrong reasons.
Fair enough. To me, it's a movie that like I liked because part of the reason I liked it was because you told me it was so bad. And I was like, it's not that bad. I found it entertaining, but it ain't one I feel the need to defend tooth and nail. Somebody says like, I thought that movie was dumb. I'm kind of like, well, okay.
I know people think we in the ghetto or some shit now because they hear the police sirens going off back there. Were they expecting to hear gunshots going off next?
I'm sure they do think that like when the police sirens go by, our voices get kind of low.
I know.
And you can hear us clicking out the lights.
Shh, my neighbor, she finally called the cops.
Pretend we like here.
I know, yeah. See our shadows in here moving. Open up. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Hey, all right, man. I do have to stop for a second here. And I don't know how I'm going to do this because I have the laptop on my lap right now, but I got to get that ice pack out. The computer's crying.
All right, I'll get the ice pack.
Thank you. And Leon is getting the ice pack. I know. It's funny, Leon just came back. We didn't have the ice pack, the gel pack in the freezer, so I told him to grab a TV dinner out of there. Apparently we ate them all, so.
Yeah, it's nothing but a bottle of Jägermeister.
And that is what is on top of the computer right now. A big bottle of Jaeger.
Well, I'll get the duct tape in case it slides off again.
Yeah, when you see me up here like starting to like shake and my eyes look droopy, that means I'm drinking even when you're not looking. Let's see what we got next here. We have...
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2 is...
Fool's Gold.
No, a movie that... We've been so busy that this movie came under the radar, and I knew it was going to be number 2.
College Road Trip?
That's right.
Yeah.
And I tried to get Edie to go see it today. Edie talking about, I'm an extra in a movie. I'm like, ain't nobody going to see you in that movie. Go.
Oh, if I'd been thinking, I totally would have gone to see it.
Well, I'm going to go see it tomorrow. But I don't know what to tell you about this movie. I mean, I know when I saw the previews at first, I was like, damn, Roscoe Jenkins is still getting advertisement.
Well, I can see this movie having legs just because it's got the whole Disney Channel behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of kids, especially girls, who want to go see Raven, and they don't know how shitty Martin Lawrence is. So they're like, oh, hey, this guy looks like he's funny. We'll go see this movie.
I like Martin Lawrence too. I'm happy
real?
he's having success. I mean, just as a guy, I mean, I'm a nice going guy. I like for anybody that has success. I mean, Martin Lawrence.
Man.
I mean, I'm proud of the brother. Go ahead, make your money, whatever you got to do. But
Big Mama's House and Big Mama's House 2.
Okay, fuck him, man.
Exactly.
He's getting paid for something I could do.
I mean, didn't he make an RV movie at some point? One of those.
Well, I think every comedian out there has made an RV movie. I think Ice Cube has made one. I know Robin Williams has made one.
Yeah, Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric the Entertainer has made one. Chevy Chase. I mean, if you're a comedian, you're just going to end up making a road trip movie in an RV or something. Black, white, in between. You're going to end up on the road somewhere.
But you know what the thing is? I actually like with College Road Trip. I was like, you know what? This might be cool. Just to have them a chance for Martin Lawrence to do something a little bit different. And Raven, she's got a lot of charisma. But when we saw Horton Hears a Who and they showed trailers for it, I was like, man, this looks awful.
What, College Road Trip?
Yes.
Did they show a trailer for that?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, it's rated. Why are they showing a trailer for that? It's already out.
Shh, don't ask me.
Well, it's rated G for one thing.
Because that same theater was showing it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's a rated G movie. So Martin Lawrence has officially crossed over into that region where you start out either as nasty or a gangster rapper or something, and you finally realize, no, fuck my image, man. I need to make some money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's what Eddie Murphy has done.
Yeah.
Everybody has done this.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's a pioneer of that. Just like when everybody counted Eddie Murphy out, he started making rated G movies, and then suddenly he sprang back again.
Yeah, even Rodney Dangerfield made one. We got some nasty comedians who have done this. So Rodney Dangerfield made a movie called Rover Dangerfield.
Oh, right.
Richard Pryor even had a kids show. Nobody ever remembers. They don't remember.
Pryor's Place?
Pryor's Place.
I remember Pryor's Place.
Really, I do too, but a lot of people, they say he did. Oh, man, get out of here. Richard Pryor ain't had no kids show. Like,
Yeah.
Pryor's, look it up.
Yep.
I ain't lying. He sure did. Shit, he was broke. Yeah, he got to go back to treatment.
Yeah, no, I remember that Andrew Dice Clay Saturday morning cartoon.
There was an Andrew Dice. You're kidding?
Yeah, Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up my whatever the hell else you want to put in there. No, I am.
Yeah, I was about to say. Man. Yeah, it's a kid's show. What rhymes with this?
Andrew Dice Clay's nursery rhymes.
Clock? No, cock, you fucking idiot. It's a puppet.
Yeah, it only lasted 2 shows, but it was pretty funny.
And for number 1, we got 10,000 BC, and you knew. I mean, there was no doubt about that. So, a big special effects movie, which I still think, I don't know what Cyrus was so hard on this movie about with the effects. I would tell people to go see the movie just for the effects, because I thought, I was amazed by them.
You know what? To me, it was like the tiger was bad. There's no arguing that. The mammoths were really good, I thought. Now, I'm split on the prehistoric turkeys in as much as they look good, but it was such a dumb concept.
It's stupid, yeah.
It's like, what the hell is this doing in here?
Y'all got killer chickens in this goddamn movie. Now, who sat down and thought of this and said, let's do this seriously?
I mean, you know, man, it just what makes me mad. It's like the way they're mixing. They're telling science in such a bad way that, you know, most people who come in this to see it are the kind of dumbasses who will walk away thinking that's how it really was. And that's the last thing they need is somebody mixing things.
Well, somebody on the site made a good point, and I have to agree with them, because even when we were reviewing it, I was thinking, well, they're not really trying to be historically accurate.
Sure.
It's a fantasy film.
Sure, I understand that. And at the same time, once you title it 10,000 BC,
it seems historical.
Yeah, it's coming. It has that overtone to it.
Shit, that comic strip BC is more.
BC is more accurate.
It's more real than this shit. Yeah, caveman went around talking and shit, and having everyday jobs just like what you said, the Flintstones.
The Flintstones, yeah.
Yeah, no, man, it's just some of that stuff was cool, and you're right. It just got ridiculous when they got to the liberties that they took, even if it is a fantasy.
Yeah.
You got some fucking giant turkeys eating people, some man-eating turkeys. I mean, why don't y'all just put that fucking squirrel from Ice Age in there, have him go around eating people?
You know what? That would have made it. Because at that point, you'd have said like, oh, it's one of these kind of movies. And you'd have accepted everything that was in it. Now, you still would have fallen asleep in the middle of it because the shit is boring. But, but you could accept it.
That's the biggest flaw of that movie, man. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. God damn it.
Thank you. My triumphant music.
I just need to stop doing this. I need to set my page.
What are you doing?
I go to my page because there's some email that I want to read.
Oh, okay.
And of course, I got it set to play the music right on my page. I'm just going to have to remember to cut that shit off. Because when you do it, you think like, oh, I'm so cool. People will hear the music that I got playing when they come on my page.
Right.
My music sucks anyway.
What's the first song on your page?
It's this girl named Angelique, and the song is called Rainy Day.
Huh.
And if anybody's been on my page knows I have a very eclectic taste in music, so that's.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, no, it is. That's the kind of music that'll be right up your alley.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you know, we those nerdy black dudes. We we listen to things like Goldfrapp and shit like that. We go down the street. You know, everybody else is basing, fucking whoever's out there, MC Bootyhead or whatever. And we go down the street
but
basing.
The car's rattling.
Yeah, exactly.
5 blocks down the street.
Negroes be going down the street. That ain't even music no more because they can't hear that shit. Yeah, the car just be vibrating, man. You know they can't hear that shit. All you hear is and it's like, man, who can hear that shit?
Exactly. I mean,
unless that's music changes so much, unless that's the new chopped and screwed music. It's a nigga on a mic.
He's sitting around smoking a joint like, yeah, you feel that?
No, I'm deaf now. I can't feel nothing.
You see that change he put in there? Really?
But we going down the street playing, Huey Lewis still.
Well, not Huey Lewis.
Okay, all right.
Give us some credit here.
All right, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Weird Al Yankovic.
Or I just laugh at the arrogance of thinking like everybody in the neighborhood really wants to listen to your dorky ass music, just some thumping bass. It's like, oh wow, that dude's cool because he listens to vibrations. I mean, what the fuck, man? I don't want to hear that.
And half these cars are about to fall apart anyway. Have you seen, dude running down the street, car vibrating, you see the rims falling off? By the time they get down the street, the door's off.
Now that would be a scene. There's a scene for a movie right there.
Yeah, somebody just put in some amps in their car and they cut the radio on and shit just blow up.
The hamburger pimp driving down the street with his music blasting and rivets falling off the car.
Nah, man. So anyway, I was going to my page because had some interesting emails coming through this week.
Are you looking around the couch for him? What's going on?
Man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I just need a better setup. I should have had it set up like I did last week because I forgot to put the Jaeger on my lap along with the other cold pack, and so this computer's whining again. People, this computer gets hot. I mean, for those of you who have a Macintosh computer out there,
sell it.
Yeah, well, don't sell it. Just keep that shit about 15 feet off your lap because they've had cases where people have actually tried to sue Apple, I think, because they burned themselves on their laps. Now, I don't know how you can sit up there and let your lap keep getting hotter and hotter. It's like with that old experiment where they say you put a frog in some boiling water.
Right.
You put him in cold water and gradually let it boil, and a frog will stay in there and boil to death because you just don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's what people are doing with their laps. It's like 10 hours later, they're like, shit, why there's a hole in my jeans.
Well, either that or they figure like, hey, work with McDonald's coffee. I'm going to get paid.
Yeah, no, it's right. It's going there and just take hot coffee and just throw it on your face. I'm a millionaire. But these Macintosh laptops, I have a Macintosh Pro and one of those new Intel computers, man, and those things, they burn up. Boy, I'm telling you.
It's funny how you never see Justin Long talk about that in those commercials.
No, hell no, they don't. I mean, what is he gonna say? You know, that's what the other Macintosh guys should do. That little fat guy, they should have him with some gasoline and just have him set Justin Long on fire. You know, those Mac commercials where they got the fat dorky guy.
I'm a Mac.
Yeah, and Justin Long is all cool. I'm the cool Mac guy. Yeah, they should just have that fat nerd just douse his ass with gasoline and set his ass on fire. Yeah, you didn't know the Macs do that, did you? Ding, 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 ding.
The commercial they should do is just him, making out with Drew Barrymore. Like, hey, I'm a Mac. This is what I do.
Yeah, I'm getting laid. What are you doing over there, PC? I have spreadsheets to do. I don't have time to get laid. They should have a PC be a pirate, because that's the best way you can pirate shit.
That's true.
They have Justin Long, I'm making out with Drew Barrymore. All right, matey, well, I'm getting booty for free. Because on a PC, you can get on there and steal anything. I ain't saying you should do it, but
no, I'm not advocating it, but it's out there.
If anything,
movies, TV shows, programs,
porn, anything.
Porn. Oh my God, yeah, porn.
If anything, I'm giving a compliment to the Mac. You can't steal as many programs with a Macintosh computer. They got that shit kind of sealed tight.
Yeah, good for them.
Yes, yeehaw, motherfucker. It's like Macintosh computers have a big chastity belt on that shit.
I know. Molotov cocktease.
Okay, so now I'm going to save some of this email near the end.
Okay.
But I want to tell you, people, the reason why we don't have some of the latest reviews up, like the Bank Job and Miss Wesley Willis Willingham, whatever.
Pettigrew?
Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day in College Road Trip. We've seen all of those except for College Road Trip because they didn't have a screening for that because they knew it was some bullshit. And South by Southwest, the big festival here in town, just blew through.
Yeah, it just started. And if you don't live in Austin, you don't know how much South by Southwest takes over our city.
It is insane. And they send us off to do interviews and see movies and whatnot. So this whole weekend, I have barely slept. I haven't been in the house. I swear to God to you, man, I was on my bed this morning. I had a
crying with a bottle of Jack in one hand and a pistol in the other.
Why? Not again. I do this every year. I'm looking like Martin Sheen at the beginning of Apocalypse Now when South by Southwest is rolling into town. I'm in my underwear in my room crying in the corner. No, I don't want to do this. A lot of people like that shit, man, but I think it's really cool. It's a cool festival.
No. I mean, you know what? Overall, I'm glad they have it. It brings a lot of money into the city. It is cool. You got their interactive phase of it, the film phase, and then the music phase. But, when you're a resident here, I mean, and you don't own a business where you're making money off of it, it's kind of a pain in the ass, too.
It's very much a pain in the ass, and I love the festival. I love what they're doing. I think it's a great thing. They show some cool stuff, and we got to do some cool interviews this time around. The lead guy who was in Across the Universe, who's in 21, did an interview with him, and the real guy that he's based on.
Is that right?
Who's an Asian dude.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the audio up for it because he was actually a funny interview. That dude, because he was just straight up with me. I said, and I know I'm always making racial jokes, people. You know we're not
well,
racial.
That's kind of messed up that when they make the movie, they're like, yeah, Asian guy's not going to cut it. We need a white guy to play this role.
But I asked him about that. I said, man, they had an Asian dude right there on the set.
Yeah.
They couldn't use him, and he's like, nah, look, I said, if anybody makes a movie about me, I want the guy they have who's going to make the most money, and I want Brad Pitt or somebody in there. Said,
but they didn't get Brad Pitt.
I was about to say, they didn't get Brad Pitt, but they got another white dude. I guess they figured that would sell more than an Asian guy.
They got some white guy that I'd never seen before.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Because I joked around with him. I said, oh yeah, that's funny. I wouldn't want Denzel Washington to play me. I want Brad Pitt too. But I was deep in my mind, I was like, man, you know, I know they got like 2 Asian dudes out there that they can choose from, but those guys need work too. You know, and this one. And this one dude they got, I know a white lead actor is going to always sell more tickets most of the time, but that's because they don't let anybody else get in there to take a chance on that.
Yeah, they could have got that guy, I forget his name, the one who plays Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
He's like the leading, young Asian actor right now.
John Cho, I think.
John Cho, that's it.
Who I talked to also.
Oh, cool.
Him and Kal Penn and Neil Patrick Harris.
Dang.
Yeah, they were all 3 there together.
See, I wouldn't have wanted to do that because it would have been too much like watching that movie again.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And that was a bad experience.
Dude, they were cool guys, but that movie is, and I talked to the director and the writer. You feel so bad because all these people are so nice and they're coming in promoting the movie, but Harold and Kumar was pretty bad.
Hey man, a lot of work goes into a bad movie.
Yeah, no, I did say I admired the way that they tried to bring up certain social issues, but it was
wow, man. How did you twist your tongue even to come up with any kind of compliment?
Come on, what do you do? I
to bring up social issues, yeah. They brought them up in the most cartoonish, crowbarred in way possible.
Well, they brought up some social issues. Sure enough, it was followed by a shit joke.
Yeah. It was kinda... Oh yeah. They brought up social issues. Guantanamo Bay is not a good place to be. Hey, thanks for that, guys. Because I thought it was a country club up until now.
See, I didn't know that. I really did think it was a country club. Guantanamo Bay? I thought it was like an attraction at Disney World. Guantanamo Bay. Welcome. I will have the cock sandwich. But all these people do these interviews here, and they're nice people, but there's so many of them, and you hardly have time to sit down and rest because you have to go to bed, and then you wake up the next morning, and you're probably drunk and hungover from the night before because of some party you went to. And
can I stop you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
What you're basically saying to our fans is, feel sorry for me because I spent a whole day interviewing celebrities and getting drunk and partying. My life is really hard.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. You, feel free to do that if you'd like. I'm not going to turn down any sympathy if it's there. But
excuse me while I break out a violin. Go continue, please.
No, you ain't going to do that to me. Fuck you. No, all I'm saying is I am apologizing really for not being on the ball with getting these reviews up. I'm going to do those tonight, as a matter of fact, if I have to stay up all night because I got some rest, mainly because I passed out on my bed this morning.
That's happened to me too.
Man, we got this new camera because we just need something smaller to go out and do these interviews. I mean, I'm looking like a homeless person when I go out with all these bags. Because when we go out, sometimes they're cool enough to provide. Okay, so they have these press junkets, people. That's what most of these interviews are. They have a camera already set up. They go in. Oh, and they got food set up. Man, that Harold and Kumar press junket that they had.
Did they have White Castle burgers everywhere?
Oh, man, I would have gone in there and I would have knocked that goddamn table over if they had. You gotta be out your fucking mind. Have me up here eating some fucking White Castle burgers.
Well, what'd they have then?
They had like gourmet fajitas.
Really?
Shrimp, chicken, vegetable, beef. They had all the accoutrements to go with it. They had this great dessert tray set up with cheesecake, all these different flavors of cheesecake and cookies and
dang.
So man, yeah, you go in there and they got all these sodas and bottled water and they just did it right, man. So they gonna make sure you gonna go in and say, man, Harold and Kumar was a good ass movie. I mean, you gonna sit up there eating cheesecake. This shit was good.
Right.
But yeah,
right. Yeah. With a whole setup like that and the guy sitting there being nice. Everybody wants you to go in like, hey man, you guys are the real deal. You'll stick it to them and go in there like, what was that bullshit you made me sit through? But you can't do that.
No,
like,
man, you
man,
can't.
these people are accommodating. I'm not gonna be rude.
And that's the thing. You really don't. I mean, we got to be honest with how we feel.
Yeah.
But I would go out of my way to be nice to these people because they're really cool people. I'm not one of those snotty people who wants to go in and be the guy who's going to go against the grain. So you wrote Harold and Kumar, huh?
No. Yeah, I mean, they're human beings. You want to show common courtesy, and you'd be totally nice to them, just like they're nice to you. Now we get on the site and completely stab them in the back.
I know, man, because I really felt bad about that Will Ferrell thing. I'll get to something that they said about that in a little bit.
Okay.
But my point is, like, I stayed up all night trying to work this camera that we just got, and I'm in the middle of all these wires. I'm looking at stuff, and everything is tangled because I don't know what I'm doing because I've never been this tired before ever. Really, I was on the verge of being sick.
Yeah.
And I just put my head down because I was exasperated about something. I couldn't figure out something. I woke up like 4 hours later, in the middle of all these wires and shit. I was like in a net. Like, they caught an animal in a net. I was like, what the hell is all this shit right here? And so I got a little bit of rest. And now that that's happened, and all the brunt of all the interviews are over.
Yeah.
We can start updating the site. And I really apologize, people. I hate these festivals when they come through because I meet a lot of cool people, but we always end up at some party.
Yeah.
And all these parties are the same. I'm just not I have to admit, I'm just not a party person anymore.
Wow. I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Well, last night we went to our friend opened a bar. Our friend Miguel. Congratulations, by the way, Miguel, who is not even listening. But
Right. But Cyrus has helped running things over there.
Cyrus is actually helping at the bar, and I have more fun at that bar than any kind of South by Southwest party.
Is that
I went
right?
to. Yeah. It really was just.
Because it's chill and it's people there.
Yeah. No, at this South by Southwest party, people are just really looking to see who's famous, seeing who they can network with. I mean, it really is Hollywood, kind of
Right.
LA right now. It's bullshit, man. And
See, I think like the last big South by Southwest party I went to, well, it wasn't, no, I take that back. It wasn't the last big one, but just when I remember where like the big guy there was Pauly Shore. And I'm like, wait, I had to like weasel my way in here just to see Pauly Shore.
No offense,
like,
but
what am I
who
doing?
the fuck wants to go see Pauly Shore?
Exactly.
I'd go out there and knock Pauly Shore upside his head, man. You made me stand outside to wait for your ass. I'll go out there and make him stand in line. Get back out there. You get at the end, see how it feels, you son of a. But man, let me tell you. First of all, how you doing, man? I've been running my mouth. You got anything you want to say? What's been cool with you? What's happening with you?
You know what? I've been feeling good. I got a lot of work out of the way. I'm having an easy week for the most part. I'm working too much to really go to South by Southwest, even if I wanted to. But, I'm just having fun chilling with you guys. Unfortunately, as much as I think Austin's the greatest city in the U.S., one thing that's not so cool about it is, the allergens in the air, cedar and mold. And so allergies have hit me real hard, if my voice sounds weird.
I know, man. People walking around looking like Slee Stack or something. The face is all wet. It's that time of year where people it's spring's coming in.
I'm constantly sneezing.
Yeah, no, I'm walking down the street, snot and hanging all out my nose and everything. I don't even try anymore. I just let it hang out there.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna wipe my nose and it's gonna come back again. So you can't deal with it. That's your problem.
Right.
Don't look at me while you eating. You ain't gotta look at me. What you looking at? No. So one of the weirdest interviews that I did this whole time though was with the director of Gummo and Bully and the writer of Kids. If anybody's seen these movies, this guy's probably most notorious for writing Kids. Kids was that movie where they simulated actual teenagers actually having sex.
Right.
I never saw the movie myself.
I've seen some of it. I've seen most of it, but not all of it. Yeah.
So you haven't seen any of these other movies like Gummo and stuff like that?
No. I hear people talk about Gummo all the time, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, and I've never seen any of these movies, and I feel kind of bad about that. I mean, the guy, because I'd be curious to see what they are, what they're like, because the guy is crazy. I'm gonna tell you, like right now, the guy's name Harmony somebody. Oh, I can't remember his last name. Look him up. You'll know who I'm talking about. But I interviewed him for his movie called Mr. Lonely.
Yeah.
And it had Diego Luna in it, the guy from Y Tu Mama Tambien.
Yeah, Diego Luna.
Yeah, he was him. He played a Russian Michael Jackson impersonator.
Wait, this is that movie you were telling me about last night?
Or else he was maybe really a Mexican Michael Jackson impersonator. I thought they described him as Russian, but he gets taken by a Marilyn Monroe impersonator to an island full of other impersonators, which, and I told you this already. I'm just
Right. Like kind of an island of Dr. Moreau, except with
impersonators.
Celebrity impersonators.
Yeah, and that island included Charlie Chaplin. It was Charlie Chaplin, the Three Stooges, Shirley Temple, Buckwheat, the Pope, the Queen of England, and Little Red Riding Hood. when Little Red Riding Hood came from, I don't know.
This is where you lose me. Like, all these others are like, based on people, or actual people, or characters they played. No, it's based on actual people, actually. But Little Red Riding Hood?
I don't know, man. Sammy Davis Jr. was in there too. And the thing about this is that these people really don't look anything like those people. Buckwheat, the only one that looked like Buckwheat is Buckwheat because it was a little black boy with big hair.
Okay.
But Sammy Davis Jr. didn't look like Sammy Davis Jr. The Pope. It could have been.
Was it really Billy Crystal playing Sammy
Davis
Jr.?
He was a white dude in blackface. And it's the Queen of England looks nothing like her. That Charlie Chaplin was a French actor that I've seen before, who's a great acrobatic physical actor, but he looks like shit.
The guy from Delicatessen?
No, not that dude.
Okay.
That dude's uglier than this. This dude, you mean that part in Reservoir Dogs where Quentin Tarantino said, "Thing." It wasn't Quentin Tarantino that said that. It was somebody who they were talking about one of the mobster guys.
Yeah, he said, yeah. Tim Roth was talking about the main guy. Say he looked like the Thing, like Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four.
This French actor looks like the Thing, really. Looks like his face is made out of rocks, and they got him playing Charlie Chaplin. You might as well put like a little Hitler mustache on a bag of rocks. But so. Yeah, and when you get there, there's nothing really happening. You're just going through the lives of what it's like to be there on this island with these people every day. There's no real plot to it. They kill some sheep because they get diseased and they plan on putting on a big show. That's the big plot of the story.
A big show for who?
For the villagers or the people, the rest of the normal people in town.
Okay.
So, oh, and there's something about nuns. Jesus, excuse me. There's something about nuns jumping off of planes with BMX bikes and all.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Oh, and Werner Herzog's in it also.
Is he really in it? Or
no, it's not an impersonator. It's really him.
Okay.
The guy who directed Grizzly Man is really in this movie. So I talked to this dude, man, and I think he truly was fucking with me. He said he was not. But during this whole interview, I asked him, I said, well, first of all, I said, where'd you get the name Harmony from? And he said, well, my parents used to bomb buildings and set them on fire. And I said, what? What does that have to do with Harmony? It's like, well, I guess they were part of some whole movement, but they were just really arsonists. So they went to jail or something. And so when they came out, they named me Harmony. I was like, all right, I don't know what that has to do with Harmony, but okay.
Okay.
And then he said, I'll put up the review. You guys just have to hear it. But basically, this is what he told me. He said, he took an 8-year sabbatical from directing movies, and during that 8 years, one of the highlights of what he did was he became a fisherman. But this crew of fishermen ended up being a cult, and they were hired by a rich Japanese guy to go out and find this elusive fish that nobody could find. And he said he became disgruntled when they couldn't find the fish, and the crew was getting crazier, and some illegal stuff was going on. So he left, and then. And he went on to make this movie.
He was like doing a pitch for his next movie.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, he just hated journalists so much that he just said, I'm going to sit up here and just fuck with this guy the whole time. He ain't real anyway. Look at him. He got a laptop computer, this kind of shit. What am I doing here? And it was early in the morning too. And I asked him, I said, man, you're fucking with me. And he's like, no, it's early, man. I wouldn't be making this up. And I think I heard him tell some of this stuff when he was doing his Q&A, but I walked out. Yeah. But he also mentioned that there was a Madonna. Oh, yeah, Madonna was in there too. And he said, yeah, the Madonna impersonator we got, and Abraham Lincoln was there too, by the way. But the Madonna impersonator, yeah, I'm serious. And he said the Madonna impersonator, he said, yeah, we got her because we read a story about her, how she got her arm caught in a horse's ass, and it had to be surgically removed when they had to go in and widen the horse's anus. And I said, really, come on, man, just give it up. Quit fucking with me. I mean, if you really are like messing with me, that's fine. This is interesting.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, that's true. So I was like, oh, shit,
okay,
I'm making these fucked up movies. But I'll put it up, man. I want to put up the video because when you see him, it doesn't look like he's lying. It looks like he's really nervous. It looks like he's sitting up there telling like, damn, even I know this is fucked up. So.
Okay.
since we were using a new camera, the audio was blown out. So I'll have to put a disclaimer up there. You can hear it well enough, but it really is one of those things where you need to hear this from this guy.
Okay, if you say so.
So anyway, that's the highlight.
That sounds
right
nuts.
That's South by Southwest in a nutshell right there. Okay, so let's see. Do you want to review Horton Hears a Who?
Sure, why not?
While we're here, do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Before we do that, I want to go ahead and kind of end this particular segment by reading some email we have here.
And turn off your phone.
And turn off my phone. Sorry. Alex Hacker is he wants to make it a regular out of what my mother does. Alex, don't know we know your mom won a Grammy and a Peabody and a Tony and I don't know. It's won the Golden Ass Porn Award. I mean, we ain't gonna take a guess every week what your mom does. All right. I mean, and by the way, she's on IMDb and they have her listed. I think somebody else did some research on it. And it's her name, I think.
Oh, I don't think he's lying. I'm sure he's telling the truth. But he did kind of tease it and string it along. I'm like, just tell me. You know what? I think Alex is a good kid. I like him a lot. There's just only one thing I would like to say not just to him, but to a lot of people who will send me an email and say, Leon, what's up? I'm like, do you really want me to sit at the keyboard and write down a whole long answer for just a what's up? Or is this just you saying hi?
Well, see, you should do what I do. I just send an email back saying, what's up? That's all. I'm not gonna go through a whole day.
I don't know how to respond to that. What's up?
I say
the sky. Shit.
No, you should tell them these nuts or something. Now leave me alone.
I mean, I appreciate the shout outs and the hellos. Or just that what's up. It's like I don't know. You tell me.
I just say nothing. You and if they write back and do a whole conversation, I'll just leave that shit alone. And then they'll get mad. Why did you stop talking to me? Did I do something wrong? Yeah, you asked me what the fuck is up. I mean, come at me with something substantial. You know what I mean? But no, we're not gonna guess what your mom does every week because it's gonna get to a point where we ain't gonna give a shit. So, I mean, we're at that point right now. No, Alex, I'm kidding with you, man. You know we are. You know how we are. You know we joke. But we have an email here from Action Lover who says, now this is kind of a loaded question. We might not be able to answer all of these because he asked about 5 questions in one email. He says, how did you guys meet? How is co-host so smart? Okay, I didn't read this whole thing. Okay, I didn't go through this whole list. I just saw that first part and thought like, oh, this would be cool. Okay. We're not going to answer all these. We know this already. So number 3 is, are you and Edie married? Referring to me. Can you give me a phone call sometime? I really didn't read all this. And mention me in your next couple of cold ones. Okay, so we just did that.
All right, that's done.
Yeah, all right. So I'll answer the 2 best things on here. How do we meet? Well, as we said, we all live in Austin, and we all did a television access show.
Right
before we started doing this. I mean, we all came from different backgrounds. We love movies. Cyrus was working at a bar. You and I were only the 2 black people in town at the time, as some people assume. That is not true. But
No. We were both cartoonists and artists and hung out with a lot of different people. You were doing your cartoons right next to Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez. Oh, a lot of people, I don't even drop names. A lot of people didn't know that we actually hung out with Robert Rodriguez for a short period of time. That's another one, man, that I would see at South by Southwest sometime. I ain't gonna tell that story again, but that dude brushed me off, man. I ain't gonna tell the story,
I would go visit you and you and him would be like right next to each other working on stuff.
Yeah, no, it was a very short period. We used to work in the same room down at the college, and we used to, and whenever they had those comic functions at the comic book store, we'd be out there drawing. He would come by, and we sat down and we talked for a long time.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then Spy Kids really blew up, and I did an interview with him, and he's like, "Yeah, and you are, motherfucker, you." No, actually, last time he saw me, he did speak, but I mean, look, you know me, I don't hang around. I don't want to hang around people who are famous just because we want to hang around them because they're famous. I mean, I could give a shit, but don't brush me off like, I'm going to get you away from me because I know you're going to ask me for something. I ain't going to ask you for shit. Just maybe let me hold $5 and run right across the street over here to McDonald's and give me a Big Mac real quick. That's all I'll ask for. Man, I might come back and ask for $1 when I supersize. Hey man, I still need $1.99. Can you? But yeah, so that's how we met. Yeah, we all used to hang around and do all that kind of stuff. So, and then Carlisle just begged to be on the show, so we let him on.
Well, we recruited him from another popular movie website.
Yeah, actually, he wasn't begging. He did ask. He was from another website, and they were having some trouble. And then he said, "Can I hang around with you guys and do it with you until all this stuff blows over?" And we're like, "Yeah." So he stayed around.
Yeah, and at the time we said, yeah, we thought it sounded like a good idea. Little did we know.
Yeah. And a lot of people have been asking about the co-host, and I'll just give you the co-host background. When I was in school, I had an Asian friend who was about to go to MIT because he developed like this technology, this artificial intelligence. And he had he created the machine that could actually communicate with you and talk back.
Yeah.
Except the motherfucker had nothing to say.
Yeah, well, we live so close to the border. We got the parts from Mexico, and
that's right. I don't know what he did.
Not the best choice.
Yeah, the thing wouldn't shut up. I mean, before it got big, he just said, "Man, look, I'm moving on to big and better things when I go to MIT. Can you just take this shit off my hands?"
It's kind of like Anakin Skywalker building C-3PO.
That's right. Yeah,
and then later going like, "I don't remember this at all."
Except this one is a bastard. He's not a gay robot. He's just a little son of a bitch. That's all. So that's how we got a hold of the co-host. And Edie, Edie wanted some of this good stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? Edie just was a friend of ours, and she's a sweet girl, and she pretty much bugged the hell out of me to come on here and do some stuff. So I said, all right. And no, Edie and I aren't married, but she'll come around.
Yeah, who knows what the future holds?
Edie and I aren't married. I don't want to get married to Edie. I just want to have it for a night or two. That's all.
So did you get that chloroform in the mail you ordered?
That's right.
or the roofies?
The roofies, yeah. Give about 10 of them. Take advantage of her about a week. Put a feeding tube on her.
then bury in a shallow grave in Mexico somewhere.
That's right. So that's the. And no, I will not call you. Actually, if you can, you know what, Action Lover, if you can, I've been calling people when I need some advice on something. If you can give me some good advice on how to do what I'd asked for a while back, that whole thing of
what's that?
Doing the what you call it?
Well, Action Lover, it's up to you to figure out not
only
Action Lover, how to do it, but what it is.
That's your job. If you could just guess what I'm thinking, if you could read my mind, then I will call you, because that'll be some incredible shit. No, the whole thing I asked about by doing the call-ins. How to take calls while recording. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you can give me some good advice on that, Action Lover, yeah, I will call you. That's kind of gay, man. Will you call me? One dude on here would ask me some advice. He's like, Corey, I broke up with my girlfriend. I don't know what's going on. I feel so bad. And she said she left me because I had no drive, no inspiration. I was like, well, yeah, that's why she left you, because she's probably sitting up there sitting on your ass, broke as shit. No, it was a dude. I told him, he was a nice guy. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't know if he wants me to, but he emailed me back. Yes. I'm his sponsor. I'm his big brother. No, this guy told me that he's like about 18, 19. He said, man, that was good. That was really good advice you gave me, because I pretty much just said, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, I mean, not in those words, but I would have gave him the same sentiment.
I just told him, I said, man, no, I'm being rude.
Look, you're 18. You're gonna meet a lot of girls between now and then. Yeah. Why would you want to get nailed down with this one?
Exactly, 18. I was like, what are you crying about that? Yeah. You know how many guys are trying to shake off girls that are on their ass when they're 18? I mean, you got lucky.
Yeah. And you got some on your resume to take to your next job. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. I said, man, go out tonight with your friends, get this off your mind, go to Chuck E. Cheese and play some games. Because you can't go to a bar yet.
That's true.
You got a fake ID, put it to full effect tonight. And go out and meet some chicks, then flirt around a little bit, play that whole angle of you just got broke up with somebody, make yourself sympathetic.
Oh, hell, get a job as a bag boy in a grocery store and just hit on all the soccer moms. One of them gonna turn over for you.
Oh boy, hey, listen to the man right here.
You catch some woman who's like in her mid-40s, not feeling attractive, and then here's this young kid smiling at her. She'll go for it.
You damn right, Leon. Listen to your Uncle Leon, my man. Yeah, better yet, go to a rich neighborhood. Because I think the dude is black. Go to a rich neighborhood, and summer's coming. Make yourself a black pool boy. Because You're gonna find yourself some rich white woman who's gonna have some fantasies.
Now, hopefully, you're not one of the black people out there who are afraid to swim. That might not work out so good.
Yeah, you just got your hair done and everything. You know, you got your braids done, and you don't want to get all that shit wet. Yeah, are you just scared of water? And you scared of the dog they got? Water and dogs, boy. Black people don't like that.
I hate that. I hate that whole idea that black people are scared to swim. I love to swim.
No, I
do bullshit.
Too. No, I do. I love to swim also. After I got pushed in there,
you know, I swim while I'm eating watermelon and fried chicken.
Trying to keep it above water.
Playing basketball.
Trying to
tap
keep
dancing.
Exactly. Trying to keep his fro fresh to keep from getting all wet. Picking his teeth. Yeah. Now go to a nice upper middle class neighborhood and apply for the pool boy job, and you know, wait for a husband to go away during the day. Okay, I'm just kidding, man. I don't do all that. No, really. You're 18. You don't need that kind of pressure on you right now.
No, wait. Okay, he's black. He don't even have to go to the 40 set. All he needs to do is he can find a good teenage girl who hates her dad. Because you know.
Oh man.
You know how well that works for us. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say that, like, when that opportunity has arisen, we're like, you only whip me just to make your parents angry. I'm like, well, cool. I'll work with what I got.
Yep. Yeah. Introduce me to your dad.
Hey, Pops.
What's up, man? This your ride right here?
On the black hand side.
So I was fucking your daughter last night, and she told me about you. Now, you know, I mean, it's like, if you do that, man, don't turn down nothing. Like I remember one girl, and I ain't lying. You saw it that night when it happened. I probably shouldn't say this over the.
I've seen it a lot, but which time are you talking about?
Well, you weren't there. You remember that night that I got pulled over by the police, and not for being black and anything.
Oh, that night, yeah.
Damn, we got to do this review later, man. 'Cause I'm gonna tell this story. We'll do this review tomorrow or something. But man, I was and this is not a bragging thing. It's just something that happened. And I'm telling you this, my little 18-year-old friend, because if you get locked down by a girl too early, this is what you're going to miss out on. We were at a bar, and it was closing time, and this girl and her friend, they recognized me from somewhere. I don't know how, but they were a little wasted. So they're like, "Where's the party, Corey? Where's the party at?" And hey, I said,
right here in my pants.
Party at my place. And at the time, there were a few people coming over. And so these two girls got in the car, and we were driving, and the cops pulled me over. And because, I had those lights at first, and when you don't stop soon enough, they do that. Woo!
Yeah.
So I pulled over in a IHOP parking lot, and they pulled that light on my ass and saw those two girls sitting in the front seat because they had a lot of shit in the back, and they're like,
two white girls, right?
No, one was mixed and one was white.
Okay.
And so they say, yeah, so where you guys coming from? And we're coming from a bar. They can see that the girls are messed up, and so we ain't no use in lying. So I had a little bit to drink tonight. And I'm like, yeah, but not me. That's why I'm taking them home, sir, because they're a little wasted. And it's like, step out the car. And I was like, shit. And so it was two cops. And race probably doesn't have anything to do with this.
Of course
not.
No,
I'm not saying with the cops, but the white cop took me aside while the black cop was over at the car. And so he's like, oh yeah, so look at your license here. Mr. Coleman, what do you do? And so I'm looking at him, and then I'm looking over at the car because the other cop is still over there chatting up the girls. And he's like, oh, he's not going to take them from me. You need to look over there. Here, I'm talking to you. Talk to me. And I was like, shh. He said, so what do you do? I was like, graphic art, sir. Like, oh, yeah, really? Yeah. How long you been doing that? I don't know, a few years. You like it? I'm like, oh shit, he's about to take my arm. He's going to ask me next, what arm do you draw with? Okay, give it to me. Right. Like, break my wrist.
Don't look at the girls. Look at here, me. Look at me.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought you were going to say, yeah, you like doing that? Yeah, which hand you draw with? Yeah, give it to me. Wrap my knuckles with the bar.
Right.
But, and I said, yeah, I do like it. He's like, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Interesting thing you do. I'm like, yes, it is. Yeah. I said, did I do anything wrong? I'm like, no, Mr. Coleman, no. This is we just want to know. We're doing recruiting for the state troopers, and we just like to know if you'd like to probably consider being a state trooper. And I was like, I'm driving home with two drunk girls in a fucking Chevy Lumina with a backseat full of shit, and I do graphic art, and you asking me if I want to be a state trooper. What kind of recruiting campaign is this shit? Anyway, after that,
Yeah, sure. Wouldn't you like to get paid to cock block everybody who drives by?
on the road. Yeah. So I was like, what am I going to say at the time? I was like, wow, that sounds like a great opportunity. Just let me get the fuck out of here. So I get back in the car and we get to the house and there is a little party going on and the girl who's white is sitting next to me and she's telling me the whole time. She's like, I am sorry for what my people have done to you. Yeah. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. And I'm thinking, there's no problem here. But I'm thinking, hey, wait.
Well, it has been hard, but how sorry are you?
Well,
talk is cheap.
Exactly. It pretty much didn't have to say anything.
But what are you willing to do in as much as restitution?
Now, there are kids who are listening to this. So I'm just going to say we all had a good time having a slumber party and playing Monopoly the rest of the night. So. And that's how. And she was so sorry for it that she let me win. And
as with all the things we've said tonight and everything with this story, that you're gonna get the most email about using the term mixed.
Well, she was. What am I going to say? One of the girls, it was the white girl that was saying that. Actually, the mixed girl fell asleep on the couch.
The mixed girl. I'm saying that she's going to want to be
the biracial girl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Should I? So I guess I shouldn't say mulatto then.
I thought mulatto was fine, but apparently it's not anymore.
No, apparently that's very not PC. So
I don't get that. But because it's one of these things where. Like when you say Asian, it's like, hey, people from India, from Asia too. That's really not fair. But you're saying biracial. For all you knew, she was mixed with 3 races, even 4.
I don't know. She fell asleep on the couch. I didn't care. So she wasn't mixed up with me. So gives a damn. So anyway, one more common question that people ask is,
okay.
What do you think would make a good spill movie? Nothing.
What? Nothing. Yeah, spill movie. I don't know.
What are we gonna do? We sit up there in a theater, review a movie, and talk about it for an hour and a half. Spill the motion picture. This movie, Meet the Spartans. So I don't know.
Plus, it ended up sucking. We had to give our own movie some old bullshit.
That's the thing about it, man. I don't ever want to do any kind of movie based on us because it probably would suck, and then we'd have to come back and. Because if we didn't review the movie, people be like, man, y'all are chicken shit.
Right.
I mean, we can't win because, we're going to come back and make fun of our own movie.
Yes. And then from that point on, whenever we called some old bullshit on something, we would get that well, who are you? After that movie you made, you got no right. Why should I care what you think?
You exactly right, man. We will never, ever make a movie. We'll let somebody make a fan film about us. Oh, I love the art that you guys are doing out there. And we're going to try to make a fan art section, really very soon.
Who is that? Is it Razmir? What was one of these guys?
Somebody did a really cool picture. Did you see the one where we're all fighting co-host?
No.
Man, it was a badass picture. We got to try to find that. Carlisle showed the winners of it, and that guy turned it in too late.
Uh-huh.
And it was the best one out of all of them. And there's some good work. Spicy Donuts, the mad sociopathologist, the paleontologist or whatever. Paleontologist, the sociopathic person or whatever. He's done some good stuff. And if I don't mention your name, it's just I can't remember right now.
Man, I missed all these.
A lot of people did some great artwork.
Cool.
And so this guy did the best one and he didn't get a prize. I wrote him back and said, hey, if you want something, I'll give it to you. But, Aaron, Kent, Silver Surfer, all you guys and a bunch of you other guys who are doing posts out there and blogging all the time and doing good ones.
Silver Surfer is active.
Silver Surfer is very active, and DJ Kent and Aaron, all those guys are constantly putting up stuff.
Yeah.
And don't think that we don't think about that because we have talked about doing something for you guys, giving out some kind of prize or something, and we want to do that to people who are truly active throughout the site on a regular basis. So if you want to make some fan art, if you want to make a fan movie about us, we'll take it, but we ain't going to make one because that'll be the end of our career.
That's true.
So anyway.
Pack it up.
Yeah. So anyway, that has been our cold ones tonight. I hope I haven't been too boring to y'all. I mean, what you think about this, man? Because we went off in all kind of directions.
We did. Well, we had all the computer problems too.
Yeah, but we covered that up pretty well, I think. Until we go back and hear it. Yeah, Leon, I know what So no, it was. I just had fun shooting this shit with you. That's
me too.
So we were gonna do a review for Horton Hears a Who, but we'll do that later. It's so late right now. So thanks for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to give them to us, because you can see we're reading them now. And I'm still looking for somebody to help me out with our technical problems as how to take calls on during a recording. So anyway, that's it. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Leon's tired. I can tell he's just waiting for me to stop talking. He's like, "Fuck, man, shut the fuck up. I want to go." All right, I'm done. Kinda. There it is. All right, done.